Welcome back to the Denver Coliseum. James Gomez with you for this 3A volleyball tournament. We've got a little bit of a situation here. So we have pretty much a paper, scissors, rock scenario. So we're going to get it all figured out now. Platte Valley will meet Roaring Fork. It will be we'll just play to 25. They're going to play one set. Winner moves on. They will face defending champion Eaton. Same thing. One set, 25, winner take all. After that, the winner will move on, and our semi-final round will be all set. But we're going to have a tiebreaker right now. So Platte Valley facing off against Roaring Fork. Yesterday, Roaring Fork a 3-2 win over Eaton. Platte Valley sweeping Roaring Fork 3-0 yesterday, so Roaring Fork a chance to get some big-time redemption here. And we're underway. This will be a one-set playoff. Roaring Fork blocked, and that will be a point awarded to Platte Valley 1-0. A set. And that'll be just inside. They'll count that. Give that to Rosamond Jr. Platte Valley Rams, 19-6 on the season. Roaring Fork, 22-3. Service long. Platte Valley now up 2-1. That return goes long. 2-2 now. Roaring Fork has it, and it will be Mom that will be serving. Service goes right into the libero again. Pushed over. Montez with it, and there is Hoffman with the kill. 3-2. And that was a little bit of excitement there. Hey, Kira Mix, she got a lot on that, and it was way out. 3-3. Roaring Fork serving. That goes long. Teslin Holton now to serve. In play this time, which would give Roaring Fork the opportunity to put it back in. They do. That kill attempt, I think it was in. It was. Roaring Fork, the point, 5-3. And that serve is out. Wide. 5-4 now. Remember, Platte Valley sweeping Roaring Fork yesterday. 3 sets. Kill attempt is not inside the rectangle, or knotted up at a nickel. Set drop opportunity there taken by the Rams. They'll move it back in, blocked. Into the net. Andy Gianetti there going right into the net, the senior, so that'll be point Platte Valley 7-4. There's a net violation there. Platte Valley now 6-4. Good defense by the Broncos. And unable to return it in 3 is Platte Valley. Rams will have the serve. I think that might have been on the line. It was not. It was a little bit long. That was close. That was close. Good attempt, though. 8-5, Platte Valley on top here. Sarah Gentry right over the net. Diving attempt save. They're going to have to get it over. They do. Wow, what an attempt there. What an effort. Block. Kept alive. A block that is unable to be kept in play by Rachel Morales. Roaring Fork awarded the point 8-6. That attempt is long by Teslin Holton. 8-7. Roaring Fork serving still. Kinney's attempt not going to be in. Off the mark, so 9-7. Rachel Morales will bring it on over the nets and into the bench. Goes Rosamond. Roaring Fork out of Carbondale, Colorado. Tipped over, kept alive. Platte Valley with a kiss on the net. That'll work out. Well done by Michaela Hoffman. This is a playoff here. A one-set playoff, first to 25, winner take all, and moves on to play Eaton for a playoff. Whoever's standing after that will find themselves in that semifinal round. Diving attempt kept alive by Roaring Fork. Eleven to 8. Roaring Fork will serve. The kill. No good, it's out. 11-9. And that attempt way long by Giannetti. Another point there for Roaring Fork. It'll be Rosamond to serve. That goes long. That's out. Point awarded. Platte Valley. Montez serving now. Excellent job by Gentry. Getting the point. Will drop in, but it will go out by way of Kyra Mix. So 14-11, Roaring Fork is down. They are serving though now. Giannetti. Tipped and out. Tesla and Holden back to serve now for Platte Valley, 15-11. Set up, and that'll fall in. Right off the hands of two blockers and another score for Platte Valley. Kind of moving back and forth here. Into the nets. We'll have a timeout, 17-12, Platte Valley with the lead. Our volleyball coverage presented in part by College in Colorado, where higher education is the key to a student's future. From improved salaries to unique experiences and greater life choices, collegeincolorado.org can help your student create a lifelong plan and explore their dreams for the future. That's collegeincolorado.org. The 3A tournament getting interesting here as we have a one-set playoff between Roaring Fork and Platte Valley. It looked as if EATON, with their clean sweep of Platte Valley, would move on, no questions asked. That's not the case, kind of throws everything into that paper, rock, scissors tiebreaker scenario that they have to figure out. So we've got Roaring Fork and Platte Valley meeting in this one set to determine who moves on to play EATON. And that'll be one set, and then we'll know who moves on and plays Gunnison in the semi-final round. Service by Tara Saylor. Pushed over right where it had to be by Megan Giannetti. Nice job there. The senior gets Roaring Fork back on the service side of things. 17-13. The kill shot by Sarah Gentry. 18-13. Little hung up on the net and then putting it over Michaela Hoffman for the point. 19-13. Roaring Fork find themselves in trouble now. Blocked, kept alive. Roaring Fork had another chance at it. The Rams put it over again. Blocked and in. Michaela Hoffman. Timeout, 2013, Platte Valley on top. Adams State University celebrates a diverse student population, academic excellence, and athletic success. ASU is focused on treating each student as a unique individual with the potential to positively contribute to their community, nation, and the world. For more information, visit adams.edu. That's adams.edu. So we could have a fairly interesting situation if Platte Valley gets the win, if they can hold on and eliminate Roaring Fork. They'll meet up and play Eaton once again, as they did just a moments ago, where they were swept, with a chance after being swept by Eaton, they could then eliminate Eaton. It's the wacky tiebreaker scenario. That's how it works, I guess. 2013 Platte Valley serving. Tip and out. Counted again. Michaela Hoffman, the junior, coming up strong for the Broncos. Second time in a row. 21-13. Platte Valley ever so close now. Into the net. The Rams will keep it alive. Off the net, and it works out for Rachel Morales. Wow. The old rather be lucky than good. Hung up on the net for a second, just long enough. (23-13). Cortland Franklin set to serve for Platte Valley. Jared Rudiger setting up his team. Opportunity for the Rams. That'll go in. Block is wide. Rosamond awarded with a point there. 23-14. Roaring Fork has to go on a run now. They have to. Over, and it'll be just long. 24-14, this is it. Now Roaring Fork has run out of wiggle room. Rachel Morales serving, a chance to keep Platte Valley alive. Blocked, saved, no. Roaring Fork back with the ball now. Violation called, point awarded, 24-16. Roaring Fork's going to have to tie this thing up. We've got a ways to go. That'll be in. That'll do it. That will do it. Platte Valley High School, 25-14. So now we'll see Platte Valley move on. They'll play Eaton. One set, that's it. Winner takes all. Winner moves on and gets to the semifinals. So that's where we sit right now, trying to get this tiebreaker out of pool number 2. So Platte Valley and Eaton just moments away. as the teams warm up. We'll have that for you. We'll take a break, but we'll be right back with more as we get that tiebreaker between Platte Valley and Eaton figured out. You're watching the 5A State Volleyball Tournament on CHSAA TV. And welcome back to the Denver Coliseum. James Gomez with you. We just had a playoff between Platte Valley and Roaring Fork. Platte Valley winning. So they move on, and we're going to have a rematch between Platte Valley and Eaton. A match we saw just moments ago where Eaton swept 3-0. And the Reds an opportunity to move on, but it looked like they were going to move on regardless. They kind of threw themselves into that tiebreaker formula, and it worked out to where we're going to have a bit of a tournament within a tournament, I guess. So ironically, Eaton sweeping Platte Valley 3-0, must now defeat Platte Valley again, this time in one set. You get one set, first to 25, and you move on. That's all you got to know. The Platte Valley side, some final words there from Coach Jared Rudiger to his Broncos. Reds, a little bit of a warm-up. Still getting ready here, preparing. Led by Gwen Forster for this one-set playoff. Now the winner moves on to play Gunnison. After this, though, after this Eaton-Platte Valley match, we'll have Valley and St. Mary's as the semifinals will begin. And the winner of that will move on to the championship round, where they will play either Gunnison or Platte Valley or Eaton. Here's how we got here today. St. Mary's started us off with University 8 in the morning. St. Mary's a 3-1 win. 25-14. St. Mary's won the first set. University 26-14 in the second set. Then St. Mary's took the next two, 25-17 and 25-10. Valley met up with Holy Family, no problems whatsoever. 25-13, 25-14, 25-15. Bayfield and Gunnison met, and that one went 5 sets. Gunnison 3 sets to 2 the winners. Bayfield took the first one 25-23, Gunnison 25-22, then 26-24. Bayfield, Gunnison won the next one 26-24, and then a 15-13 fifth set victory. And after that, it was Platte Valley and Eaton. Eaton sweeping Platte Valley 25-19, 25-22, 25-20. But in the process, forced this quirky playoff. So in essence, Platte Valley still alive, defeating Roaring Fork just moments ago in that one-set playoff, and now Eaton still the defending champions. They're going to have to defend once again in a one-set playoff, and we're just seconds away from getting started here, I believe, between the Reds and the Broncos. It's the Pool 2 championship. I guess that's one way to look at it. James Gomez with you here at CHSAA TV. Pleased to bring you today's broadcast of the 3A State Tournament. Yesterday, it all began. Today, it's all going to wrap up. We will have a champion when it's all said and done in each of the divisions. 5A down to 1A. 5 courts open for business here. And as the teams are warming up, they're going to have a little bit more time to do that. So we'll step away, and we'll be back and let these teams continue to get warmed up. And we'll be bringing you Eaton and Platte Valley moments from now in a one-set playoff to go to the semifinals. You're watching the 5A State Volleyball Tournament on CHSAA TV. Ladies are on the court. We're just about set here. The one-set playoff, Platte Valley and Eaton. Both these teams meeting moments ago, Eaton the sweep, but that forced a tiebreaker scenario where we're having a playoff within a playoff. Underway. A setup and a block. Another setup for Morales goes long. Eaton up 1-0. Block, and that'll go in. Platte Valley a point. Another block by Eaton defending the net. Drop shot stays in by Eaton, kept alive. Another opportunity for Platte Valley, and that'll be a kill shot. Michaela Hoffman. Crowd feeling it. 2-1. Reds all tangled up, and another point for Platte Valley. 3-1. Attempt is long by Courtney Lockie. Make it 4-1. Broncos. Good block. In the net, and it's out. Caden Rexy is unable to keep it alive. We'll have a quick timeout. It is 5-1. Platte Valley stringing up 5 points in a row. Lynn Forster's going to talk this thing over. I don't blame her. Our state championship coverage is provided in part by Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. Will be there today. You buy your first car, today your first child is born, today you find your first claim. We'll be there to make sure your insurance coverage keeps up with all the changes in your life. Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance, get real coverage. Platte Valley defeating Eaton in the regular season. Both these teams meeting up here in the playoffs just moments ago, and it was Eaton sweeping Platte Valley 3-0. Into the net! Another point for Platte Valley. They are just on a roll right now. Rachel Morales serving. Directly over. Blocked. Kept alive by Eaton. Another opportunity, and that will finally fall as a point for the Reds. Courtney Lockie stops the bleeding. 6-2. They finally break serve. Lockie serving now. Tipped in, diving attempt to save it. They're going to have to get it over. They do. Here come the Broncos. Tipped up and back. No good. Point counting. 7-2. This Platte Valley crowd really feeling it now. Abby Ronick to serve. 7-2 lead. Remember, 1 set. This is it. And a kill, much needed by Carly Dorland. Boy, the Reds struggling in the early goings on. Set-up opportunity blocked, but kept alive by the Broncos. They'll have another chance at it. Blocked again. Blocked. And it's out. Point, Platte Valley. Eight to 3, Jasmine Montez serving. Right over the net. Blocked. That'll go over the net. Nice save job by Eden. It's in. That's in. That's a kill. Platte Valley saving their best performance for right now when they need it the most. 9 to 3. Montez serving again. That'll be in. That's a kill. Give it to Courtney Lockey. 9-4. All Platte Valley early on. Eaton's going to have to find a way to get some momentum here. And a little bit wide. Eden gets another point, 9-5. Tipped, blocked. Will go to Eaton. Point will go to Eaton. Coach Jared Ruger trying to calm his kids down. 9 to 6. Sent over the net. Opportunity for Platte Valley. It'll go right in. Right between all of the defenders. There was not a lot on that, but it just fell right where it had to go. 10 to 6. Service a little long there by Teslin Holden, so now 10-7. As well as Platte Valley has played so far, they're only up by 3. Blocked, but it'll go out. Sarah Gentry got enough on it. Tara Saylor set to serve. That's in, tip. Courtney Lockey again. So dangerous when given the chance. Service goes out. That goes long. Britt Pierce. Can't keep it in. 12-8 now. Cortland Franklin. Rainbow serve. Set up opportunity. Count it. Rachel Morales with the kill and another timeout by Eaton. 13-8. Coverage of the Windsor Wizards volleyball team presented in part by Agfinity. American Pride Co-op and Aglet have merged to form one incredible company, Agfinity. Agfinity has convenience stores, car care centers, agronomy services. See us online at agfinity.com. Platte Valley saving their best performance for right now. 13-8, swept by Eaton earlier today, not that long ago. But boy, if they come out roaring in this winner-take-all one-set playoff. Set to serve. Ready to get play going. Franklin brings it over, and it goes long. That'll slow things down a bit for Platte Valley. Eaton gets a much-needed point, 13-9. Carrick Sig's chance to get some points back for the Reds. Set up and a kill shot. The Kayla Hoffman. 14-9. That'll land right in front. They're going to say it's still in play. (14-10), Eaton their point there. Lockheed will serve. Pushed over, kept alive. Platte Valley goes long. 14-11 now. Good job by Platte Valley on that set shot. Wow. 15-11. Platte Valley just not letting Eaton get on a run at all. Service goes long. 15-12. Too many tips right off the net. Hand violation there, 16-12. Platte Valley gets the point. Here's Montez to serve again. Who's going to be first to 20? And the serve, too much for Eaton to handle, 17-12. Montez with it again. Blocked, kept alive by Platte Valley, another opportunity. And another kill. Abby Rannick. (18-12), defending champion Eaton. Facing adversity right now. Kill shot delivered by Hildenberg. Excellent placement by Kara Mex. There was nobody there in that back corner. Kara found it. 19-13. Every time it looks like Eaton might get on a run, Platte Valley snuffs him out. And that's going to be a little long. That'll be out. 20-13, Platte Valley. First to hit 20. 5 away. Can they hold on? Service is long, 20-14. Caden Rexius. Tipped in, good block. Hildenberg got her hands on it. 20-15. Chance for Eaton to get some points back and kind of get back into this. Great dig. Oh, that goes right into the net. Houghtonberg whiffed on that one, 21-15. Defending champs in serious trouble. Blocky unable to get set and really deliver that spike, but still got enough on it, and it was accurate enough to get the point, 21-16. Big moment there for the Reds. Kissed over, kept alive by Eden. Lockheed kills it. 21-17. Eden is not going away quietly. Timeout called by Jared Ruder. Wants to talk it over. This broadcast brought to you by Crop Production Services, supporters of all area athletes. Crop Production Services would like to say thanks to all the players, parents, coaches, officials, and school districts that have made 2012 a great year in high school sports. What a final playoff, winner-take-all, one match, or one set match we have here. Platte Valley had to defeat Roaring Fork. They did that. And that one set to move on to play Eden. Morales' attempt snuffed out by the Reds. Blocked, kept alive. Another opportunity. Good volley here, both squads off the net, unable to save it, and a diving attempt was Sarah Gentry, but a point for Eaton. 21-18. Blocked, and it'll fall on the Eden side of the court. They're able to get it back over, though. Morales, good placement, that'll go in. 22-18. Platte Valley now 3 points away. Franklin to serve. Off the net. A diving save, but it will go out. 23-18. Eden really now in a heap of trouble. Off the net, and there's another point for Platte Valley. 24-18, one away from sending the defending champions home. After being swept 3-0, another chance for Platte Valley. Taking and making the most of it. Locksley gets it in, and it goes out. That'll be a point for Eden. And they'll get served back. Here's Karen Sig. Big moment Big moment for Platte Valley. Off the net, save, a diving save, what a job, what an effort. Platte Valley moves on. Teslin Holton. A save to put it over the net. Incredible moment by the Broncos. Wow. What a tough way for the defending champions to go home. And what an incredible way for Platte Valley to move on to that semi-final round. Valley and St. Mary's coming up next. The semis are all set. After that, Platte Valley and Gunnison. This is the state volleyball tournament on CHSAA TV. James Gomez with you. We'll be back with the semifinals from the Denver Coliseum.